Welcome back, everybody. We're on the old rat rod again. And I'd like to say fifth and final, but it said fourth and final on the last one. So, we're just gonna get into it, you know what I mean? Doesn't she look good with the old hood on there? I'm really digging it. It's been a while since we had her all put back together and, you know, get her out here where we can get the good look on her. I just gotta appreciate her for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Been getting everything kind of cleaned up, ready for this episode. If you didn't check out our last episode where we kind of, you know, got our interior all dialed in, you're missing out. Gotta go check that out. Yeah, honestly, if you haven't checked out the full build, you know, start to finish, we've done the whole thing. So go check the whole thing out. But anyhow, interior's looking good. Speaking of checking stuff out, we're really close to that 1,000 subs. So it'd be really nice to, you know, push her on over the hill. It'd be nice to get you guys' support on that one. So if you're new, if you're coming back, whatever, make sure to go, you know, hit that old subscribe. You know, just look, let's just do it now. Let's just whoop, subscribe, whoop, subscribe. Yep. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's roll on into this list of stuff we got here to do. We got the thermostat leak we need to get tackled. We got a tuner because, you know, we haven't set the timing really. We got the second Amazon carburetor on there that we haven't even fired up, so we don't know anything about it yet. We got the exhaust. We got the rear brakes we need to finish. We got the rear differential we need to go through. We got the hood prop. We got the hood latch. We got some rusting and some patina and some painting we need to do. We got a front spring shackle we need to tackle on the front driver. We got steering box oil. You know, can't forget about the old steering box. We haven't touched it. We need to kind of make sure it's all good to go. And then the glass, you know, we need to get that front driver windshield replaced because that's going to draw a lot of attention to us. And the rear window. And the glass guy called me the other day. I think I told you guys that on the last episode, so it's ready to go. Anyhow, I think we'll for sure get her done on this one. No excuses. Wiring's all done. Honestly, should be able to run and drive today. Throw a couple mufflers on it, and I don't see why we couldn't go. But anyhow, we're gonna get her slip back on the hoist, get that rear end finished up, the rear brakes, and start moving forward. So appreciate you guys. Let's roll into it. Yeah, this is why we changed the old fluids. Who knows what that steering box looks like? Gotta love a little mustard gear oil. There's not much gear oil in it. It don't smell much like gear oil. And she's obviously had some water and some rust accumulate in there. I'm guessing that's where we get the mustard look. It's usually not good. Let's keep digging. Well, what do you think, guys? Honestly, I don't know what's going on here. That don't look good. Maybe like the pinion at one time was eating the carrier up. That don't look good at all, but everything else seems to be looking pretty good. Man, I didn't notice that at first. Man, that looks terrible. That pinion. I mean, it feels pretty good. Not gonna lie. Maybe it had a problem prior and they fixed it already, you know what I mean? But who knows? That's a battle wound right there. I mean, I didn't notice anything when we drove it initially around here, but we didn't have it up to highway speed. But that definitely makes a guy a little unleery, you know what I mean? That's not something you want to see. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna get some cleaner out and we're gonna hose that baby down, give her a little better look-see, and we're gonna get these axles popped out. for is looking as nasty as she did, really she cleaned up pretty good. I think I found, you know, some more evidence of, you know, that's been all welded up before. So I'm guessing something, you know, went awry in there and blew up and kind of made all them marrings in there. I don't know, I'm guessing from what I'm feeling out, everything seems to be okay. These gaskets have been into before. I think someone's already fixed the problem before because everything felt really good. The bearings all feel good. Everything looked good other than the fluid was nasty. And seals, we didn't get the right seals for here, so it's going to be a couple more days on those before we can get it slipped back together. But overall, happy with that. Turning out pretty good. I'm thinking while we got the cover and the pumpkin off, we'll give her, you know, a full-blown rebuild. I'd like something loud and crazy. I kind of like the yellow, but I'm thinking red will go good too, because she's kind of like a bomb, you know, just about ready to go off. Who knows what we got going on in there, and she's a 10 bolt, so we're going with red. Let's do it. Yeah, waiting on that pumpkin to dry before we can put her in. So I was looking for an easy project. Popped off the old gearbox plug. I don't know if you guys are seeing that like I'm seeing that, but that baby's bone dry. It looks like she's been bone dry for a while. Hopefully, you know, it holds oil and it's not just gonna massively leak. We're gonna dump in some Lucas heavy duty engine stabilizer. You know, it's for the gearboxes. So, yeah, our only other option is to put a grease zerk on there and pump her full of grease. But the big downfall of that is winter time. If you're going to plan on driving it, you know, makes it kind of hard to steer when that old grease gets froze up. But yeah, we're going to stick this baby in there, see how it goes. Let's do it. Alright, that's all done. First thing checked off our list. And honestly, feels like it works a lot better, to be honest. I haven't drove it, but it was a little stiff feeling before, but I'm sure we get that oil in there and lube things up, it'll work better and better. Moving on. On to the front. Rear end's kind of as far as we can go for the moment. We got a couple more days on those axle seals and we can't really go any further. We're kind of as far as we can because the C-clips, you know, so the C-clips got to go in before all the rest of that can go back together. So we're as far as we can go on the rear end, whatever. Moving on to the front. If you can see the old spring shackle here, she's sitting in at a pretty good angle. She's had it. The rest of them all took grease. They all look good. But this one here, I'm not even gonna mess with. We're just replacing. So anyways, that's the next project. Hopefully it don't fight us too bad, but we got a torch and a grinder, so I ain't scared. Let's get to it. Well, that went surprisingly easy. I thought it would fight us a lot more than that. Quick whiz bang, in and out. I like it when that happens. Anyways, we're on the front. Might as well continue on. What do we got? Thermostat leak. Yeah, let's probably tackle that next while we're good and dirty. But I don't want to deal with the hood. So I guess before we do that, let's go ahead and knock out the hood prop. That way we don't have to hold up the hood. So let's do that real quick and then we'll jump back onto the thermostat leak. Yeah, what do you think? That turned out pretty slick, huh? Just welded her up there. We cut that hook off, used our hook for our hanger, and welded a couple washers on there. Bingo bango, done. Next. Alright, we're at a major standstill with the rear end until we get those seals. So we're just as far as we can go there. But I'm thinking while it's up on the hoist and we're kind of waiting, we can move on to the old exhaust. It's kind of the next project is what I'm thinking. Because we should be able to sneak everything under there. Pretty well know where everything needs to be. So yeah, so we got a couple 18-inch 2 1/4 in and out glass packs. We've got some header collectors, and then we've got some cutouts, you know? So as you can imagine, I guess I want full exhaust on this thing, going clear out the back. And 18-inch glass packs, I always like the sound of that, gives you a little bit of throatiness, but usually it's not too bad to drive, you know? But if we want to party, you know, we got our old party pipes here is what I'm thinking. So the plan is kind of get that basically the same angle as the door on both sides, kind of, you know, looking good from all angles, and then shoot our main exhaust underneath, kind of hide it all the best we can, and you know, get her out the back so we can you know, have good sounding exhaust, be legal, all that good stuff, and you know, not blow up our eardrums. So anyhow, moving on, let's get some exhaust on it. Good morning. Back at her. Getting a couple coats of paint on the old exhaust. As you see, we're a couple different colors. Got black in the front, silver in the back. Didn't really want, you kind of see a little bit of this from the side. Didn't want this to be like a focal point. That and the headers are black, whatever. So I thought whatever. And, kind of just want to keep her, traditional out the back. Anyhow, we're going to do something fun with the mufflers because, this project's completely spiraled way out of hand. I'm completely off the rails and out of control. I got some little, Austin's Automotive badges. Going to have to slap them down on the old mufflers. Like I say, we're going to do something fun with them. And speaking out of control and off the rails, I've been messing with the drive shaft in between here and there. I don't know how much of that you guys have seen yet, but well, bammo! Look at that. That's crazy. Yes, too much time on my hands messing around, and we wonder why this thing isn't done. I know, but at least I'm having fun. Anyhow, we're gonna keep playing with the mufflers. Let's go. And we're back. Little update time. We've just been cruising on this old girl. Got the glass in, that's shimmering nice. We've just been right down through our list. We only got a few things left. We got to tune it, we got brakes, we got hood latch, and we got to do some rusting. That's a pretty short list. The hood latch should be pretty easy. We got that the other day at the salvage yard. We need to pull the hood back off, blah, blah, blah. Deal with that. Tuning it in the brakes. Tried messing with that yesterday. Just been hurdle after hurdle after hurdle on this one, guys. Right down here to the end, it's just been hurdles. I don't know. anyways, tuning it, tried getting it running, new carburetor, blah, 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 new fuel pump, and the fuel pump just ain't pumping. So I got another fuel pump coming today. We're gonna throw that on, and then we'll deal with, hopefully it runs better. Brakes, we mocked it up with a new master cylinder, which worked fine. And then it started leaking out the back after a while of sitting, a couple weeks, you know, no big deal. We haven't been working on this that long. Ordered another one, put it on yesterday, had really good brakes. And then the rear brakes were just kind of intermittent. They were just kind of worked when they wanted. So I don't know, we ordered another master cylinder, and we'll try that again today. Hopefully have brakes. Anyone else dealing with the parts? These are new parts. What's going on? I don't know. Quality control, just, I don't know. Anyways, been thinking on this name. You know, we got to come up with a name on this girl. We've been working on the underneath. We're going to raise her up. You know, we've been getting her all dolled up. The inside's all dolled up. Been working on this project a little bit on the side because I wanted to surprise you guys. We got some really cool badges. It's time to unveil her name. What do you think it is? Pearl. She's Pearl. What do you guys think? I love it. She's kind of, you know, kind of got an ugly clamshell on her, you know. She's not very good looking. Then you really get to looking at her. You open her up. Man, she's a sweet jewel. You look underneath, man, I don't know. This thing's just, to me, just its name's Pearl. That's what she's got to be. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of it. You love it, you hate it. I don't know, at the end of the day, that's what its name is. So, is what it is. We even decked out the old valve covers. Oh yeah. Like I say, throw in a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Let's unmask this, raise her up, check out the bottom. So before I show you the underneath, I made those badges. I was thinking quickly, those are off of our old super van that we parted out a few years ago. It was like a 60, I don't know, 6, maybe 7, something like that. A Econoline super van. I've got a picture. We'll drop it in while I'm talking here of the originals. So milled out in the center, and then you know, it wasn't perfect. Kind of went in there with my Rolox disc, kind of cleaned her up, put the silver base down, and then kind of bed linered the black, so it's kind of textured. Anyways, that's how we did it. Turned out pretty sweet. Like I say, used the old window weld on there. Hopefully that holds. Anyways, bottom side, check that out. Kayla got her that Cricut machine, and she gave me stickers, and I just went, you know, 10-year-old crazy with the stickers. And, you know, this is another reason why we're calling her Pearl. Just got all excited underneath. Had to clean her up. You know what I mean? She's kind of a jewel under here. Went as far as lace paint the mufflers. Anyone else seen that done? Drop in a comment, because I sure haven't. I just try to be unique. I thought of this idea on my own. Hadn't seen anyone else do an American flag drive shaft. Of course, it's been done. After I thought of it, I looked on the internet. Of course, it's been done. But, you know, whatever. I'm sure that the lace painted mufflers has been done. I just haven't seen it. I honestly hadn't seen that until I did it, though. I thought the red pumpkin, I was going to paint this red, and then I bought a few shafts, drive shafts, off fast shafts, whatever. They used to paint them up kind of funny and spiral paint them. I was going to do like a candy cane paint job with this, and then, you know, I was thinking red and white. Why not, you know, be a little patriotic, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, got that all dialed in, stickered up, clear coated over. We got our brake lines done. Like I say, brakes are done. Our exhaust is all painted. Man, doesn't it look good under here? I feel like sharing the name. Let me know. I'm going to drop her down. Keep on cruising. Like I say, we got a master cylinder throw back on. We got a fuel pump. We got to get the rest of that list done. Let's see if we can't get her off the hoist today. Now I should have moved you guys around to the other side, but that fuel pump off. That thing ain't doing nothing. Feels like it's locked up inside, so hopefully that's a problem. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Old Pearl, she's just a fighting us on this last little bit here. She just I don't know. Or what, like 4 master cylinders. Finally got a good one. It's working. We got good brakes. Finally, like, it's ridiculous. How do you make that stuff up? How do we go through that many master cylinders? Blows my mind. Hard to believe myself. Also, I'm not making this stuff up. It's crazy. Fuel pump, same situation. Crazy. We're on what, like the second one now. Fired it up quickly today just to, you know, kind of get it running. We've got more to this story, but anyways, it started leaking out of here. Before I knew it, I turned around and it's gushing out of here, and I'm brand new. It ain't been on there 2 minutes of runtime, and it's gushing out fuel. I don't know. We got another one coming tomorrow. You can't make this stuff up. It's crazy. Carburetor, Amazon, junker. I should have known better from the first one. The first one was a pile. They sent us out a replacement. I thought, well, maybe, you know, it has good reviews. That's the crazy part. Hot pile, that one is too. Just dumping out fuel. Take it apart. It's just, I don't even see the point in messing with it. Threw on our good old test unit at Edelbrock here. It's not really a great unit, but you know, it always gets at least them up and idling. And I thought, well, we'd kind of warm it up. But like I say, the fuel pump started leaking. So when I called the bar store to get a fuel pump, I said, you know what? Just send me a brand new Edelbrock too, because I'm done with it. Twice the money. Didn't want to spend that kind of money. But you know what? I'm tired of messing with it. And usually the old Edelbrocks are reliable. You just kind of set them and you're done for a driver. And that's what this is going to be, driver. So moving on. We don't got much on the list except for the hood latch. So I think that's going to be our next, you know, tackle project. There's not much fabrication to it, but we're going to whack this thing off here. This is the old latch. We're going to leave this as like a secondary latch here, kind of build something off the grill to kind of catch that. And then this is going to be our main trunk latch, or our hood latch. This is a trunk latch we picked up at the salvage yard. It's got electronic, which I thought about hooking that up, but then we got to run wires up the hood, have it disconnect, blah, 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 if we want to pull the hood on and off. I don't think I'm going to do that for right now. I'm going to leave the wires long enough, but I'm not going to mess with it because we've got this little manual latch here. So I think the plan is, this is kind of 90'd up here. I think we'll just bend that down, and we'll kind of cut a little slice in here, kind of French that down in there like that. And this latch will kind of be off to one side, and then we'll have this from the center. I think it'll work out just fine. So let's start cutting and welding, you know, get this done. It's Friday. you know, like 2 weeks into this episode. We try to keep her to a week. This has just been ridiculous. We got our hood latch in though. That's looking sweet. Honestly, like super jazzed about that. We're probably gonna come back and visit the rat stock truck because like this one's turning out way better. Wished it run better though. You know, we left on yesterday. We needed to get a fuel pump and a carburetor. We got a brand new carburetor, brand new fuel pump. This morning we got it running for a few minutes. I've been just trying to put the camera down and like go because like we need to get this episode done. We need to go do burnouts. We need to like just be done with this truck. Yeah. Had it running for a few minutes, running good, burped out the coolant, you know, kind of getting the carburetor set. I mean, I felt like we were just like, we were right there, you know, running really good. And then it just died, you know, and I thought, oh, okay, you know, whatever. We're messing with the carburetor. We're tuning it, you know, I mean, that happens. But it was running really good. And it just like, you shut the key off. So I went in, go to hit the key, and like the ignition switch just like fell apart, like just fell apart. That's a whole nother situation. Whatever. So I jimmied her back together. Got us a push button. You know, we're going again. Screw it. We're just gonna go without an ignition switch today. We just want to get it on the road today. Crank and crank and crank. Still will not fire. And I'm thinking maybe it's a fire issue because I'm messing with the wiring. No, I got power. Well, I start hitting the old go-go juice. I got nothing, no juice. So I pulled the fuel line off, and guess what? You guys just seen me cranking. We got no fuel. I mean, like, how do you make this stuff up? How do you make this stuff up? It's crazy. I feel like I'm in like a simulation or a game. Like, that fuel pump was 10 minutes old, and it was working just fine. Like, it was sounding so crisp. And it just, like, you shut the key off. Like, it's an O'Reilly's pump. I've used O'Reilly's my whole life through all the mechanic days. Yes, we've got some, whatever. You get some cheap parts here and there. Typically, it was electronic stuff, though. Manual stuff, usually, I mean, I wasn't surprised the other day when we had, the leaking one. I can see a leaker, but one that don't work after 10 minutes? I mean, I don't know, guys. I'm filming this. I know I'm getting a little long today, but you're getting real-time emotion because this is just mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. I really want to get the episode out to you guys. I want to be done with this truck. I'm not trying to drag it out, but it's crazy to me. Throw in a comment. Any of you guys went through this? Because it's like, I've never went through all this. This is just like just thing after thing after thing after thing. It's crazy to me. Like every single day I think it'd be done tomorrow. Like I feel it in my heart, and then it's something silly. The list is done. We're pretty much done with the list other than tune it and rust it. So I guess today it's kind of a, whatever. They were calling for rain. That's why I was trying to get this baby going before that. But I think we're gonna get her pushed outside, maybe do a little rusting on some of this stuff. Kind of get her patinaed up a little bit. I guess get her off the hoist and get that fuel pump off and ready for the morning. I don't know. Keep going. And we're back late Friday night, but hey, she's finally playing nicely. Finally got her running. We got her temporary electric fuel pump there going. Carburetor, this carburetor seems to be doing good. Second carburetor, not leaking all over the place. We've pretty well fouled out the plugs though, so we're gonna go warranty those out with another set and just go put some gas in it and just try to drive it up around down to town and back. We've done a few burnouts here and there. seems to be running pretty good. So we're getting really close, guys. Let's go first main voyage down. Let's do it. Good morning. We made it there and back. No life support needed. I would say mission success. Anyways, we're gonna do a little more driving today. Gotta get a couple more things dialed in. We've got some plugs, some fuel line, because our fuel situation, what a roller coaster that's been. We've been on 6 manual fuel pumps. We've been on 4 carburetors, 2 Amazons, 2 Eldebrocs. Finally, this one's good. Like I say, fuel pumps, we went through 6 of them. I don't even trust one anymore. If someone said it was good, don't even trust it. You know what I mean? We're just going electric. Probably going to be from here on out, because that was just a horrible situation. Cost me a week of time or better messing around with these bad parts. And so much aggravation, I can't even tell you guys. She's running pretty good though. Drives just like butter, one hand. Yeah, we're going to experience all that today. But anyways, alternator. Yeah, we even had the alternator situation. I ripped off the one that was on here. I had another one. I'm going to take those in to confirm that they're bad, but I had another new 1-wire in the box. Now we're charging. So yeah, it's just been hurdle after hurdle after hurdle after hurdle with this old girl. But we got the headlights dialed in last night. They're looking good, aimed right and all that good stuff. Like I say, run, drove great. Get her up to highway speed, wasn't really, you know, everything was doing good. So probably change on the oil, get the fuel pump back towards the tank, because they like to push, not pull. Just gonna check over everything. But yeah, like I say, pretty much done. Appreciate you guys watching thus far. Never expected all this trouble on the end, but it's real life stuff. It's what's really happening. So we're behind. Let's get to it. Let's go driving today. It's gonna be a nice day. So let's do it. situation. Fuel pump's mounted, block off plates on, everything's kind of dialed back in, strung back up, mounted where it needs to be. We went in and changed the oil, kind of checked over the whole suspension. You know, we're going to keep a close eye on that for at least the first few thousand miles. Just going to make sure everything's looking good. No fluid leaks, nothing like that. Fluid seems to be good, so yeah, I think we're ready to go have a little bit of fun. Finally. Thank you guys so much for watching thus far. Really appreciate everyone. Yeah, she's been whooping on us, so let's go whoop on this old girl and have some fun. Beautiful day. Let's go see how she drives. I don't know about you guys, but she's running pretty good. I'm having a good time. I don't know what else to say. She's doing a pretty good burnout, so I think I'm going to tear up a little more tread. Get you guys on the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed Old Pearl. Like, share, subscribe. Check out the whole build. Get you guys on the next one. See ya.